And welcome back. Our next guests are the president and treasurer of DK Movement Cares. And they join us to share how they've been impacting our community, our youth, and helping with other nonprofit organizations. They've been helping them thrive in difficult times and beyond. So please welcome to the show, Derek Jones and Kelly
Houston. Yes.
I'm not going to say Houston.
Don't say Houston.
Although there's a place down here where I like to eat, so
Yeah.
I'm reminded of it all the time.
No, that's okay.
There's a Dominican spot that has good food, but no, Houston.
Houston.
That's on Houston Street, but you're Houston.
I know, I'm Houston.
Oh, God.
Yeah. But you're used to it. People come to you all the time and mix it
Oh,
up.
yes.
right?
I'm used to
I don't
it
know why
already.
they started doing that.
I don't know.
But anyway, we have this wonderful organization you guys have been working with. Tell us a little bit about it.
I'll start. So I just want people to understand, in yourself, or have you ever known someone who was just broken? Someone who was just going day by day and staying afloat. Everyone else is looking up to them, but they don't love themselves. They're hiding all that. They're keeping all that in until eventually they want to break, right? And maybe there's addiction in there. That was me. My background's in fashion entertainment, and I was seen by everybody as this beautiful woman on the red carpet, but I was broken inside and I was alcoholic. And I was crying out for help and nobody really heard. So that's what our nonprofit is about. I was saved, and by the Lord bringing me together with Derek.
Yeah.
I'm a New Yorker, and I moved to Connecticut to be with Derek, and he helped me. He helped me through those times. And our organization, that's what we want to do. We want to help others in need, that we're there to support them and let them know that they can overcome anything that has been put in front of them, and their past doesn't determine their future.
And my God, there's so many people out there like that. They can be laughing and carrying on
Yeah.
in front of you, but you don't know what's going on the inside.
Have no clue.
So people try to take that step, whether it be through drugs or alcohol,
Right.
or they say, no, I'm thinking about the inevitable. I'm thinking
Exactly.
about, just ending it all because
Right.
I don't want to deal with
Yeah.
this anymore.
Yeah. I mean, Bob, it's so important. People don't realize, the reason why we put this youth program together, it stems also from my background.
Yeah.
I grew up where my mother was on drugs. She used to beat me, on a daily basis. I moved from shelter to hotels. In and out of that, I then became an alcoholic at the age of 14.
Whoa. Yeah.
And into the age of 34. So we have this passion where not only do we want to give back, we want to make an impact.
Yeah.
It's important for people to realize just because you're down right now doesn't mean you're out,
Yes.
right? And this youth program was put together so people understand that there's a way out, right? It's thought out. I go speak at group homes where kids are going through the same things I went through.
Yeah.
My brother and sister were taken to foster home, but I was left with a mother who would manipulate me, who would leave me at places, and leave me with people I didn't know, and then come back and get me for social services.
Yeah.
But today, we're doing well. I came back to my hometown. We bought a $500,000 house, not to brag, but you can get out of those situations.
Yes.
We make good money and we give back to the community, but we have to do something for our youth, Bob. We have to give back. And this youth program is like nothing else because it's from our heart and it's actually well thought out from the kids' point of view. And we also couple that with exercise. About 8 years ago, I used to weigh 300 pounds. I've lost now at least 80 pounds and kept it off. I'm an avid runner myself, right? So these things are so important. They're very important. That's what our nonprofit is all about.
Yeah. So that's what you looked at me when I said I ran in a New York City Marathon.
That's
for
why I
about
said
a
that,
block or
Bob.
so.
I
So,
run
yeah,
20
we have a
mi-
running
yeah,
program.
Yeah.
But that's good. You gotta find somebody that it's like a teepee. You put up a teepee, one side won't hold up without the other side, and you guys
It's
look like
important.
you're a good couple to come together to help others get what they need out of life. Our producer, Stephen, he says, you always use those words, but it's true.
Yeah.
People moving together in the same direction for a common cause to help others get what they need out of life. And so how do people find you guys? Because there's a lot of people hurting, but there's a stigma attached to it
Right.
too. But when you were doing the alcohol and the drugs and everything, you didn't want anybody else to know, right?
I mean, it was out right in the open. I was in the environment where having a drink didn't matter, right? Like we make it normal. We made it normal, so I made it normal, right? Knowing that I had a problem, but that's how I numbed the pain. So, you know, you didn't want to admit it, but you did, but you didn't. So it was like you're playing that back and forth in your head. People are telling you, you know, you need to stop. And it's like, why? You
And
know,
in your mind, life sucks.
right. It's
not
like,
really-
yeah, it's just like I'm here, but I'm not here. It's like you're living in another reality, and you're never focused. And once I became sober, everything changed.
It did, yeah.
Everything changed. The food I ate, when we went on vacation, everything was out of a different lens. Our relationship was different because I had a clear mind. And I
Yes.
just want to give that back to other people, just to have a clear mind to grow.
And what is that feeling like when you have a clear mind?
It's amazing, right? I've been sober for 11 years. It's been 7 years for her. I mean, you could just do things like get up and run, exercise, right? You can.
You take control,
Yeah,
right?
you take control.
I'm in
Last night
control
we-
of this.
Last
this
night we just had a
temple.
great dinner, right?
Yeah.
We had no drinks, but we had a great dinner. We had mocktails, so there's no drinks involved. You can actually go out without having to drink. Not that there's any stigma on it, but especially when people are suffering from mental health. I just want to tell you a quick story if you don't mind.
No, go ahead.
This is why this youth program in our nonprofit is so important. Is I had a cousin at the age of 19, he hung himself. His brother actually walked in the door, but this wasn't any irregular cousin. We used to live in the same room, five,
Yeah.
6 of us.
Wow.
That was probably the hardest funeral I've ever been to. So, I mean, our nonprofit, we want to get it into every school system, not only in Connecticut, because we're from Connecticut, New
Yeah.
York, that's why we're here today. All across the nation. You ever heard of the DARE program? Most people have, right?
The DEAR program?
Yeah. So it's, fight against drugs. Well, this for us is a fight for the youth so they stop doing the things they're doing, so they start to appreciate it, especially the black and brown community. We need to get out of that gun violence. We have to prevent. All the things we've done before, we haven't prevented. We haven't tackled the core issues.
Yeah.
And that's what this youth program, and that's what our nonprofit does because of our backgrounds, right? So we also need the help from the community, right? Not just from the local community, but from the national community and from businesses, right? You could catch us anywhere, right? Our main objective is to get this across the United States of America, not just right here. It's a game changer.
Yeah.
It's a game changer.
If you were able to speak to somebody for help, who would you want to speak to?
Well, I think we want to speak to, first of all, the school systems. We also want to speak to any other large nonprofits that they can't get this program into their system, into their systems. We can, right? We know how to implement it. It's a 10-week program coupled with exercise, and exercise is interchangeable. So it doesn't have to be running. It can be different things. We also need the government involved too.
Yeah.
So we need some government funding.
So within that 10-week program, what are some of the things that are?
Kelly, why don't you
That
touch
issue.
on
So
some of the
we're
things?
addressing a lot of things. We're addressing social media. I'm big on the social media part because my life was through social media, and what people see is not really the truth, right? And we want our youth to understand that you don't have to look up to the people on social media. Look at the people around you as mentors. So, and dealing with the bullying on social media is different.
Yeah.
When I was young, bullying was, meet you after school type of thing, but this is different. Keyboard bullying, it's worse than
Keyboard bullying.
because you don't.
Cyber
Other people don't
bullying.
understand how you're affecting that other individual.
Yeah.
We deal with communication skills, right? Because our children have phones, and that's how they communicate, by texting each other. No one talks to each other. No one goes outside and play. So social skills, bring in those social skills, the anxiety, bringing that down, and coupled with some workforce and working on
Work readiness.
work readiness, thank
Yeah.
you, to get them prepared to go into interviews. Where I work, I interview a lot of people that are young, and they're not ready. You want to get them ready.
Yeah. And you work with other nonprofits too.
Yes, we
How
do.
are you helping other nonprofits?
So the way we help other nonprofits, right now we're on our 3rd year of doing a 5K. So again, running.
Are you going to come?
Are you going to come?
I'm going to try my best to.
we have some
I promise
yeah.
I won't run in from the side and try to get a couple.
Okay.
So that's one of our biggest events that we've
Yeah.
done over the past 3 years now, going on the 3rd year. So we dedicate that to other nonprofits, and then we give the money back. So far, we raised about $15,000 in the first 2 years,
Yeah.
but this year is a little different. It's going back to our nonprofit, DK Movement Cares, because we want to get the youth program into the schools, get it into the cities.
When are you doing it? When is
August
it? The
20.
5K?
It's August 20. It's August
Oh,
20.
I got some
next
time to
year.
train, right?
You got time.
Yeah,
It's
we
only
got time to
3.1.
train.
It's not a
All right.
marathon. It's only a 5K, so you'll be good.
Can it be one of the qualifying 5Ks
It can- you
leading toward the marathon?
Wherever you want to go.
So I'm going to be huffing and puffing after a
No,
block
you'll be
of
all right.
run?
You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
But that's good. You're doing some wonderful things, and I can identify with a lot of the things that you're talking about. I just didn't share mine the way you did. But there was a place called Children's Village.
Yeah.
DMX was in See? You see?
Wow.
Did you see the blink?
Yes,
Did you
I
see the
did.
lights?
You see that?
Oh, yes,
See
I
what
did.
mean?
So
Meant to
we're
be.
on the same page with
Yeah.
that, you know, and we need more people like you,
We do.
more organizations like you to get out there and help others come
That's what we're here
together
for.
and move together in the same direction. Yes.
But any businesses out there, any actors, any musicians that want to start giving back to the youth, we're the program. It's a game changer for what
Yeah.
we can do to help our youth.
Yeah, I want you to ask for some help. Ask for some funding. You can use my cameras right here.
Oh, thank you for, again, Bob, having us, having Kelly. It's near and dear to our heart. We need the help. We need anyone that has a platform, anyone that has the money, invest in this youth program so we can get it across the nation. You can find us at DK Movement Cares. I'm the president. She's the co-founder also, Kelly Houston. Please reach out to us. You can call us direct. You're going to get somebody live on the phone, either me or Kelly herself. We can do a call. We also need the government to get involved, any senators, any politicians, so we can get it across. We can get it across America. We got to stop the violence now. We got to get those kids back on track.
Beautiful. You want to add to that, or?
There's not much more to say. I mean, it's for our kids. It's
Yeah,
for
what
our
more?
kids, and our kids will be adults, right? So we need to start now. We need to get them right, so when they go out in the community, they can help others. It's just like a domino effect.
Yeah.
But right now, it's scary. We're living in scary times that our kids cannot just go to school and just be rest assured that nothing's going to happen. We need to make that change. And it's just Derek and I, we're working hard together to do that, so we need others to join the movement.
Well, you're not alone. You're not alone.
Well, let's see.
People that are with you. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people with you. Social media, website?
Yes, you can follow us on all social platforms at DK Movement Cares, and our website is dkmovementcares.org.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank
So
you.
what's
you.
next after this? After that, you're preparing for the 5K. You
Yep.
got a lot of things that you're
Yes,
working
and
on.
Christmas
we love Christmas,
holiday.
so we decorate our home with Christmas decorations, and we dress up as Santa and Mrs. Claus, and we have people come and we
Give out
collect
hot
Get
chocolate.
elves and all that
yeah,
stuff.
and then
You
we
got
have
chocolates and-
non-perishable items.
Hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate.
Yeah.
And we donate the non-perishable items to local food banks. And then
There's one from last year.
Yes, yes.
And then the monetary donations are going to go back also
the
to
youth
the youth
program.
program.
Excellent, excellent.
Yes.
So you're doing some wonderful things in our community.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We have even more planned.
Yes.
But we have to start with one thing at a time. We have stuff planned for the adults because you heard our background, right?
Yeah.
So we have extensive. I'm in the finance world. I'm a manager in the finance world, so I understand how to get these things executed. We just need more help, more financing,
Yeah.
more people to jump on board. That's all.
Well, God bless you guys, man.
Thank you,
for
and God
coming
bless you
together.
also.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
all
you for
right.
having us.
Give me that website one more time.
It's dkmovementcares.org.
There you go.
Thank
All
you.
right. Derek Jones, President, DK Movement Cares, and Kelly Houston.
Get it right, get it right.
I'll change it when I go to Houston Street to get
Don't
that
say
Dominican
that.
food.
Oh, God.
Treasure, DK Movement Center. Thank you so much. We
You're welcome.
appreciate
Thank
you
you
guys.
for having us.
All
Thank
right.
you.
We'll take another break and we'll come back. I've got more open for you coming up next.